Hi, if you're watching this video, you're either one of two types of people. A Hololive fan who saw the baseball Los Angeles Dodgers collaboration with Hololive, or a baseball fan who is like, what the hell is a Hololive? Why are they collaborating with my Los Angeles Dodgers or baseball in general? I understand that. As a fan of Hololive and a fan of baseball, I am here to at least give you some sort of information about what this collaboration is, why this collaboration is happening, and just to give you a little bit more information because you're curious about what is Hololive and you want to learn more about Hololive and why this collaboration is happening. The reason why this collaboration is happening is because the Los Angeles Dodgers are very big in the Japanese market, particularly because they signed two of the biggest Japanese free agents in recent memory on their team, Shohei Ohtani and Yamamoto, their pitcher. Essentially, that is why they are getting money and doing collabs with Japanese fans, because a lot more Japanese fans have become Los Angeles Dodgers fans because of these two really great Japanese players who are on the Los Angeles Dodgers. That's basically what it is. It's a collaboration, it's a sponsorship, and it's fairly common thing to have specific collaborations with baseball teams, especially if you have a certain player from a different country. You want to do these collaborations so that you can have more money, as well as try to attract younger viewers to watch baseball. One of the biggest problems in MLB now is trying to get those younger viewers to watch baseball. A lot of younger viewers think that baseball is slow and boring. So by collaborating with like Hololive, where a lot of like Gen Z people actually watch VTubers and so on and so forth, try to get them to watch baseball and get new fans. Now, this may not necessarily always work because some people may only care about Hololive and then never care about baseball again. It's still a gamble, and it's something that baseball is trying to do in general. So, in order for them to attract younger viewers, they need these younger type of sponsorships and collabs to try to get the younger viewers. So, in the end, this sponsorship, this collaboration is done for not only profit for both MLB and Hololive, or Cover, which is the company that owns Hololive, but also to attract new viewers to both of their entertainment product. Now, whether or not more teams in baseball are going to have this collaboration, it's unknown for sure right now. They definitely can. But at the current moment, it's only Los Angeles Dodgers because of the two players they have on the team. Now, if you are a baseball fan, like myself, I am a Mets fan, so I'm miserable 24/7 of the year. Even when they're not playing, I'm still miserable because they find ways to make me miserable. You're probably wondering, what exactly is Hololive? And I will try my best to explain it to you, give you a brief history of Hololive the best way I can, and just to give you why this is a really big collaboration that baseball and a company like Hololive is having. So what exactly is Hololive? Well, Hololive is actually a subsidiary of a company called Cover Corporation. It was created by Motoaki Tanigo, or as we Hololive fans like to, call him Yago. And Yago originally created this company to get into augmented reality. Similar to how, in Pokemon Go, you use your phone and all of a sudden, ooh, a Pikachu appears on your desk. Similar to that. That's augmented reality. And soon enough, he decided that, you know what? I want to create an idol group. An idol group in Japan is essentially a group of individuals, whether it be female or a male group, who sing, dance, do, collaboration sponsorships and stuff like that. Think of it like a K-pop group. Similar, just, do more than just singing and stuff like that. And he wanted to create an idol group virtually. Now, what does virtually mean? It essentially just means that it's a character on your screen created through programs, through computer programs, through augmented reality, in order to, showcase certain talent who may not, want to be seen by other people, although that's not necessarily the case in why a lot of this stuff happens. A virtual idol is similar to, if you know Hatsune Miku, she is a virtual idol because she's a hologram. On the line of holograms and stuff like that, but virtual idols that Hololive is doing is more so of motion capture, right? So what exactly is a VTuber? A VTuber is essentially a YouTube Twitch streamer or content creator of, X.com, or any of the other streaming sites on the internet. But instead of you looking at a real person, you're looking at sort of an anime character or a design or a very specific cartoonish design. It's essentially a cartoon character. If we want to go into I understand there's a whole debate between anime versus cartoon, but just bear with me. Just understand that some people in baseball may not know exactly what anime is, especially, the older folk. And, it's essentially a cartoon character that, due to a certain program that Hololive has invented and other programs like VTuber Studio, where they essentially follow a person behind the camera and do motions for the character. So, for example, if you've seen movies like Planet of the Apes, where about Andy Serkis, who plays Caesar and a bunch of other characters in Planet of the Apes, he wears a motion capture suit, a black outfit, black morph suit type thing with dots around himself to capture his movements, right? That's essentially what a motion capture does. But instead of a motion capture, all you need is a camera and a program. That is it. Now, there is a lot more to, creating a VTuber or virtual, character, in rigging and, creating the character, rigging the character, which is essentially just creating certain movements so that if you, let's say, turn your head, the anime character will also turn their head. Maybe not the same way like this, full profile, but essentially the virtual character will just move it like this, right, to look in this direction. Right, unless your virtual or virtual character is in 3D, right, you essentially won't have that much movement. But that's what a VTuber is. It's a YouTuber, content creator, streamer, whatever, and behind a program and a character that it has been rigged to create certain movements, all you do is just become that character, and the character moves. Understand that VTubers are real people. There is a real person behind that character. It isn't, as some of you may know, AI. It's not AI. That's a whole different subject. There is a VTuber that is specifically designed just by using AI. I believe they're on Twitch, and it's kind of insane what they do. But there is a real person behind, the VTuber. Now, some people don't want to believe that because it destroys the illusion. But that's essentially what a VTuber is, and that's what Hololive is. Hololive Productions is run by a bunch of idols, comedians, actors, I guess you could also say, where they perform, play games, do a bunch of other stuff, chat with viewers, and, essentially become content creators without you seeing the actual person behind that character. Now, why do some people do this? There's a few reasons. I believe most of the reason why a lot of people want VTubers, in case they want to ever do content creation, is because they want to, remain anonymous. They don't want to be seen by the internet, because the internet can be a very scary place. There are people constantly trying to dog certain people, and some people don't want that. Other people may not like how they look on camera, or may not like how people view them on camera, so they choose a virtual character that they design, or hire someone to design, to make them, have the confidence to essentially create content that they always wanted, but they thought that maybe, visually, by myself, a real person, or how they look, just isn't appealing to them or want to be shown. Essentially, those are two of the major reasons why you ever would want to have a VTuber model. There's nothing wrong with that. I know a lot of people find it weird, and that you should just be yourself, show your real stuff and stuff like that. But some people don't want that. Some people are shy. Some people are introverted. Some people don't even want that, right? But essentially, that is what a VTuber is. And you could either play into the character you are as a VTuber, or just be yourself. Either way it goes, however you, the person, or the person behind the camera wants to be, right? And in the end, that's what a VTuber is. And you see it constantly. You probably see it a bunch of times now on YouTube. You've probably seen it in compilations and stuff like that about VTubers. And it's one of the biggest things in the content creation space since, I think pre-2020, but really hit big in 2020, especially when they introduced the first ever English branch for Hololive in Hololive English. Cover, which is the company that runs and owns, you know, the Hololive production, is the big company run by Yago, and they make a lot of money doing this. They have a bunch of projects. They have it like they said they have like an anime project. They have like game projects and stuff like that. It's a really big deal. Hololive is a really big deal, and it makes perfect sense for the Los Angeles Dodgers and baseball to try to, you know, get into this space, because a lot of this space is also seen by younger viewers, by younger people. You want baseball to have younger viewers. You don't want, you know, to just have like these big baseball fans be the only fans who love baseball. You want to bring in new viewers, and this is a perfect way to do so. So that's why this is happening. That's why this collab is happening. Hopefully I explained it to the best of my abilities in a very short amount of time. What exactly is Hololive? What exactly are VTubers? Now, there's a huge history behind Hololive that I could definitely go into. Essentially, it's just a group of people, a group of idols hired by a company, similar to like how wrestlers are independent contractors, right? Where they sign a contract and they work for that company. It's similar to that. Although Hololive technically has much better working conditions than something like WWE and wrestling in general, it's still one of the biggest Hololive virtual VTuber groups out there. There are many others. Some are and others are, you know, not as great as Hololive or as popular as Hololive. But Hololive definitely is like the big juggernaut of the VTuber space. That is what Hololive is, and it would make sense for, you know, baseball to collab with Hololive as the biggest, and make a lot of money. Trust me, they make a lot of money through a lot of the stuff that they do on YouTube and a bunch of other stuff, right? They do a bunch of sponsorships as well. It's a really big company. So that's essentially what it is. I try to keep it brief to make it as simple as possible. Hopefully I explained it the best I could. And yeah, in case you were ever wondering why this is happening, this is the reason why. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And please let me know what you think in the comments. And definitely enjoy it. There's a few, before I let you go off to watch some baseball or watch more Hololive, I just want to say one thing, is that if you want to get into Hololive, I do recommend watching some of the old English streams that a lot of not only Hololive English does, but also like a lot of Hololive JP does, because they are trying really hard to try to be globally, and some of the best streams are when a lot of Hololive JP really try very hard to try to communicate with us, especially if you are an English viewer. It's definitely worth your while, and you may go down a rabbit hole that, you know, is fun. It's a fun rabbit hole. So those are the videos I recommend if you really want to try to get into Hololive and try to understand Hololive, right? So thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.